Okay, so tonight for dinner, we are going to be having mashed yams that I do kind of sweet. I mix it with coconut milk and cinnamon. And we're also going to be having cauliflower wrapped, I'm sorry, not cauliflower, but collard green wrapped tilapia with paprika. Right now it's going to take about 2 hours to bake these up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap these up in foil, nice and tight. I'm going to preheat my oven to 350. I'm going to put these in the oven for about 2 hours. So I'll catch you back in 2 hours, kind of show you the consistency. One of them we're going to use for the mashes, and then I'm going to actually save one to do something with tomorrow called bacon wrapped sweet potato pucks. They're going to be pretty tasty. So I'll bring you back in a couple hours. Later. Okay, it's been about 1 hour and 55 minutes. I've pulled the yam out of the stove. What I have here is a plastic container. I have my coconut milk, and I have my, I'm actually going to go with pumpkin pie spice and ground nutmeg and make it like a seasonal dessert thing. So baking it is really cool because you can kind of just peel the skin off once you've baked it, and that's how you know it's ready, when you can just kind of peel all this right off. See how the skin almost stays attached? I just have to do it with one hand. Usually I get in there with a fork and with my other hand. But I got you guys with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this thing. I'm going to put it in there. I'm just going to mash it up with a spoon, and then I'll bring it back and show you how much coconut milk and stuff I use. Okay, so I've emptied out. I ended up using both sweet potatoes. This is what it kind of looks like when you get done with it. It just opens up and you just scoop everything out. I've basically stuck it in and just kind of stirred it just a bit like this. So next what I usually do is I take this, which I've also stirred up. It's already warm, and I just kind of put a bit in there, and then I'm going to stir this up. Once again, I'm doing this one-handed, so it's not going to be very easy, or might be kind of shaky. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to generously stir that to get it all mixed in. Right now I'm just going to take a bit of this pumpkin pie spice, and this is just kind of for the vibe. I'm okay being generous with that. Nutmeg is a little bit stronger, so I just put a little bit in there because I just want to kind of taste it. So I'm going to mix that up. I'll show you what it looks like when I get done, and bring you back to start with the tilapia. Okay, so I added a little bit more pumpkin pie spice, a dash of salt, no bigger than like the size of a dime in the palm of your hand, and that's a lot. I'd probably say like half that. And this is what it looks like. You just stir it up. Now I will tell you that I did it the speedy way, which means I didn't push it through like a strainer. So there will be some stringies in there. If you don't want any stringies, you need to maybe push this through a strainer when you get done. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, we can put this in the fridge. You can reheat it. You can leave it out. It's not really a big deal. This will be served on the side. Next thing we're going to do is blanch some collard greens, which is basically just boiling them for just a small amount of time. We'll get to that in a bit. Okay, so what I've done is I got a pot going. I dumped one of these at a time in, so blanched them, and now I just cut the bottoms off so they're like little kind of leaf buns or whatever. I've soaked the tilapia in coconut oil, and then I just drained it. I kind of wanted to get it super coated. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take some salt and just give it a nice little coating over top. And we're going to take some paprika, get a nice good coat on here. We're going to take some basil, just light basil. Just want that kind of scent when I'm eating it. Basil has a really good aura. And then some pepper that I'll have to crack myself. I'm going to mix this up, and then I'm going to wrap these all up and put them in there. I'll show you one of them wrapped before I throw it in the oven. I'm going to try and do this with one hand here. So I just put it in the middle, and I wrapped it over. There's a little bit extra, sorry. Tucked it under, wrap it over, flip it over just kind of like a burrito wrap, and just wrap it up, and then just have it join the others in the pan, and I'm going to throw that in the oven for 20 minutes and see what it looks like. Okay, so just got these out of the oven, 20 minutes. Cut it open, it looks real cooked, looks real juicy, looks real tasty. I topped the yams with a little bit of cinnamon and pumpkin spice. And that's about it. The only thing I would say to watch out for is to get the pot boiling. Just be ready to kind of set that aside for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes before you're ready to actually start cooking. Besides that, it was super easy. I hope this one is tasty for you. Enjoy. Oh yeah, by the way, I got this from a cookbook. This is Everyday Paleo by Sarah Fragoso. So check that out. That's a really good book, by the way. So, cameo.